Welcome to another episode of SWA Insights. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about governing law and what you might expect to see in your software license agreements and other contracts. It is an important clause that helps both parties understand the legal framework within which the agreement will be executed. And it provides guidance on how the contract might be interpreted from a legal perspective. The governing law section specifies the jurisdiction and which states or countries' laws will have the authority to enforce the terms of the agreement. This is important in case of disputes or breaches of the contract. It is important to carefully consider the choice of law, as it can affect the outcome of any disputes that may arise. The governing law section can have significant implications for both parties, including the cost and time involved in enforcing the agreement, the remedies available in case of a breach, and the potential for conflict of laws and other issues. I'm going to talk more about using the governing law section as a negotiation point in a future module. It's important to carefully review the governing law section of your contracts and agreements. Be sure to consult with your legal counsel before entering into the contract to ensure that it aligns with the goals and needs of both parties and complies with all of the relevant laws and regulations. One thing to note is that you don't have to reside or do business in the state described by the governing law clause. The clause specifies the legal framework within which the agreement will be interpreted and enforced, but it does not necessarily limit the parties to those who reside or do business in that state. However, the choice of governing law can have implications for the enforcement of the agreement. For example, if the governing law is in a state or country where the legal system is unfamiliar, or where the courts may have a different approach to interpreting the law, this could affect the outcome of any disputes that might arise. A lot of the contracts that I've worked on have indicated Delaware in the governing law section of the contract. One of the most common reasons that Delaware is selected is because it is known for having a favorable legal environment for businesses, including favorable corporate laws and a well-established court system. Many companies choose to incorporate in Delaware because of its business-friendly environment, and as a result, many contracts include a provision that specifies that Delaware law will govern any disputes that may arise under the contract. This provision is intended to provide predictability and consistency in the event of a dispute, as the parties will know in advance which laws will apply to their agreement. Additionally, Delaware courts are known for being experienced in handling complex business disputes, which can be an advantage for companies with large, complex contracts. It's also worth noting that Delaware's laws are often considered to be well-developed and up-to-date. This can make them more appealing than the laws of other states. As a result, companies may choose to specify Delaware law in their contracts even if they are not based in Delaware themselves. So don't be surprised if you see Delaware in your contracts, regardless of what state the business is registered and doing business in.